Hello, family. It's Inspirational Tuesday, and I am so thankful that you are joining me live. Please let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know how you are enjoying this time and this season and enjoying the Inspirational Tuesday. Well, I am here with you today. We're still talking about this hidden economy, this new economy. And so, what are your thoughts concerning it? And as you're coming on, click and share and let somebody know how they can receive from Inspirational Tuesday. And then let me know, have your comments. Let me know how you are enjoying, especially this topic. We're talking about economies. And are you ready? Have you shifted with this new economy? Are you still stuck in an old mindset? Are you still doing things as business as usual? Or has there been a shift? For some of you, it's a major shift. For some of you, it's a gradual shift. The topic today is shifting economy. And let's think about that for a minute. Shifting economy. When you look at what is taking place, some economists don't want to say that there is a high inflation. And they're now trying to define what inflation is and what inflation means. And do we have all the characteristics that say we are in a inflation driven economy? Parts of Europe have identified it and said, yes, we're in an inflation. And there are other nations, just like the United States, that says, no, let's consider what inflation is, because everything is not in place for that. However, let's think about where we are right now. We are heading for the feast, the high holy days, and we must have seed in the ground. We must have a harvest to present before the Lord, to let him know that we testify of what was, but we're looking forward with expectation and anticipation for what is getting ready to unfold and unload in our lives. So let me take you to the scripture that hit my spirit, man. Amos 9 and verse 13. The time will come where there will be such abundance of crops that the harvest time will scarcely end before the farmer starts again to sow another crop. And the terraces of grapes upon the hills of Israel will drip with sweet wine. This is not giving us any idea of when the harvest is. This is not giving us an idea of set time or set seasons. This is giving us an inclination that there is a shift in the season of harvesting and the season of reaping. So that means there is a shift in the economy. We have to have the process. We have to do the right things. But in the middle of doing it, there is the phrase that we all come to love is the suddenlies. When God does something suddenly on your behalf, he opens a door that no one can close. And he opens the unexpected doors, not the expected doors, the unexpected doors, which produces such a harvest and such a realm of gleaning that the overflow must be shared. I'm going to ask you this question again that I asked some weeks ago. Are you blessed or are you the blessing? When there's a shifting of economies, can I speak to somebody's mindset today? When there's a shifting of economies, have you become the blessed or are you the blessing? And I'm going to ask you that question again from a rhema that was given right here on Inspirational Tuesday. Is what God doing in you making you become a sustainable resource, a resource that never ends? How do we know there's a shifting in the economy? Because the Bible tells us here, it's prophesied. Prophets are constantly using this word to create an economy for those that are the tithers, for those that are the kingdom investors, for those that God has assigned to continually increase, because you are the blessing to be to somebody that needs it to be blessed. I had to think about that. You are the blessing for somebody that needs to be blessed. The time will come where there'll be such abundance. Is your mindset, and I'm changing my thought pattern right now, is your mindset ready for the abundance? I've been talking to friends lately, and we are in a completely different place and a completely unusual place. Some of us say we understand some of the characteristics because it's a sudden advancement. There's a sudden increase of wealth. Some of us as we talk, we said, but we've never experienced it like this before. And then I reminded a friend just this weekend, when we went back and forth, and I love having discussions with her, and I reminded her that it's the end of a faith, especially as we're coming into feast time. And at the end of a faith, it's not things as usual, even though it looks like it's things as usual. There is a shifting because God is getting us to experience abundance and know how to operate out of abundance. It's a completely different administration. It's a completely different mindset because the crops were still sowing. And while we're still sowing, there's a harvest. And the harvest is coming not from the place that we've sown, because we've been overtaken in the seed. The seed hasn't fully yielded yet, and there is another overtaking. There is another harvest from things that we previously sown. God is releasing it, the fullness of it. And I tell you, in the name of Jesus, pray for a shifting of mindset. Pray for a shifting of your administration. Pray for a shifting of your creativity to handle what God is doing in you. Pray for a shifting of infrastructure that you will begin, come on somebody, to talk to the legal team, to call on the legal team, to put things in place that they will make sure that when this abundance comes, you are in right standing with every legal entity. There is no one coming to take away, to steal, to rob you of the supernatural abundance that God has put in your hands. I'm telling you, grapes yield in a particular season. It's harvest time in September. It's planting time and the treading of the grapes in April, February to April. And so there is a season, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a perpetual cycle of how the grapes are harvested. And God is letting us know that before you can pluck the grapes off the vine, it is beginning to drip because it is fully matured. It is ready before you are. And so you've got to move quickly to harvest it and get it in the containers. There is a process. We all know the process. God is not going to increase you if you do not know the process, if you do not have the skill set of sowing and reaping, of putting things in the ground ready for the bursting. I want to ask you and challenge you with these 3 questions. Are you ready for a mindset shift? Are you ready for God to challenge you not only in the way you do things, but in the way you handle things, in the way you set things in order? Are you ready for a mindset shift? Have you done, number 2, have you done the necessary preparation? Are you putting things in place for abundance? Oh, come on. Are you talking to the right people who can influence you into this place of abundance? Oh, are you moving away from old thinking and getting yourself engrafted? What's the word I'm looking for? Emerge. That's the word I'm looking for. Emerge into a new set of influence who will help you get the necessary preparations on how to shift things and move things, that you are continually a resource. Number 3, very important question. Can you respond or adjust to the ease of rest? Oh, that's a good one right there. I tell you, I can't even talk about that right now, adjust to the ease of rest, because we are in our busiest season. It's feast time, it's conference time, it's our conference, the Infinity Center. The Infinity Center. I'm stuck on the Infinity Center. Infinity Center is on a Thursday. The Infinity Conference, and the theme this year is momentum. And wow, are we building up into a momentum? I can't even think about rest, because before I think about rest, we have the Infinity Center that's on a Thursday. I can't even think about rest because we are meeting with people who know and desire the teaching of the feast in this season. So it's a really hectic season, but at the same time, with all that's going on and then things that's taking place in our personal lives, we find the time, we find the few days to rest, to rejuvenate. There's things that we do, just making sure that we are rejuvenated so that when we step into momentum, we are ready for it. We are in conference mode, full conference mode, bursting with the revelation and the anticipation of helping you set structures in place to continually build in this season of the momentum of the Spirit of God. I know that you are as excited as I am. And then we have to ask the question again, can you respond or adjust to the ease of rest? Because when the plowman overtakes the reaper, you have to have the strength. You have to have the restful spirit to know that fear cannot dwell where you are. Doubt, second guessing cannot dwell where you are. You are in the full motion of receiving. There is an ease to the greatness. There's an ease to the increasing of what God is doing through you, for you, and with you. Most importantly, with you. Are you writing that in? Saying, I am in this adjustment. Yes, Dr. Mina, I can respond to the adjustment. I can respond to the ease that is coming. God is teaching me in the midst of the bustling, in the midst of the sowing, in the midst of the gathering of the harvest. He's teaching me how to rest. And I tell you, one of the easiest way to know how to rest is to have a team that work with you, and you are not doing this by yourself. The plowman overtaking the reaper. Clearly, there is a team. Everyone knows their place and knows their season, but there is an acceleration in one of the teams. And I tell you, discern your time, discern the moments with God, discern the honoring of God. This is a wonderful season, my friend. I want to remind you that you are in a shifting economy, and get ready for the mindset and the rhema. The mindset and the rhema. The word comes along, and then it's the mindset and the rhema. Be ready to move when God says move, because you are in a shifting economy. Thank you for joining me here on Inspiration Tuesday. I want to remind you that we do have a podcast that you can continually enjoy the revelations and teaching, some of the new things that we haven't released yet, some of the things that we've released before that many of you are new to us. So you are in catch-up mode and getting the foundation for where today's revelations have come from. Those of you that are enjoying the Infinity Center, I want you to know that the Infinity Center has now moved from the YouTube platform, and this week it will be on RMM TV. We are live now on RMM TV, especially for the Infinity Center. So we hope that you will come on, leave your comments, be stirred about what God is doing right here, right now. There is a shift, my friend. There is a moving forward, a propelling forward, and we want you to be a part of that. And then for those of you that are fit, I would love for you to join me virtually in 2 weeks' time on the 1st of October for the Sister to Sister Celebrate Life Run. So I hope that you will take part in it. You don't have to be here in the Dallas Metroplex, but the link is in these posts for you to come and join in right here in Dallas. And then a week later, it's a walk or run here in the Dallas. This one is not virtual. You have to be present. And that's for domestic abuse. Two groups that I have partnered with here in the Metroplex. And I'm glad to say that Mega Women is one of the sponsors for both these events. And I just love knowing that we are affecting lives, women's lives, challenging them to be healthy. You know, that's part of the brand, branding, health, and wealth. And so please, if you can't join, support, look at ways that you can support, be part of this Mega Women outreach. Thank you all. Stay tuned, stay blessed, and keep being part of what God is doing right here with us in Mega Women. It is an exciting time. It is a glorious time. And you know, that this is the time where God really moves on our behalf and he challenges us to do all things and do it well. Have a great week. Blessings on you.